Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Jonathan Betzler. I got my Yankee pinstripes on here, and we're here to celebrate the World Series in my 58th vlog here on the No Name Cinema Society. Where the World Series starts today, and it's between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers to crown the champion of 2017. And we're also here to celebrate 1942. Throughout the year of 2017, we're watching films from 1942. With the World Series starting today, I would take a moment to combine the two things. So we're going to look back at the World Series of 1942, since 1942 is the year in question for us. The World Series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Yankees went head-to-head in 1942. The Yankees were the reigning champions, 41. The series started in St. Louis in Sportsman Park, old Sportsman Park, because St. Louis won 106 games that year. Game one, Yankees ace Red Rupping had a no-hitter going into the eighth. They led 7-0 going into the ninth, when all of a sudden the Cards rallied for 4 runs. They even loaded the bases in the bottom of the ninth with Stan Musial coming in to bat as the winning run. Stan the man grounded out. The Yankees would win game one. But after that, the Cards never looked back after that 9th inning rally. The Cards would then win 4 straight in spite of their ace and NL MVP, 22-game winner Mort Cooper. He struggled throughout the series. Cardinals would win every other game to win the series after that, but almost every other game was close. The Yankees were down 3-0 in game 2, came back to tie it in the top of the 8th, but then would re-surrender the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Ernie White in game 3 shut out the Yanks at a low score of 2-0. In game 4, the Yankees were down 6-1. Came back to tie in the 6th, and then would give up the lead again in the 7th, and finally lose the game 9-6. You can see a pattern there. And finally, in game 5, the game was tied 2-2 going to the 9th inning when Cardinals third baseman Whitey Kurowski, likely the winner of the MVP if there was one then, he hit a 2-run homer in the top of the inning to stun the Yankee crowd and seal the series victory for the Cardinals. So even though it was a 5-game series, it was a close 5-game series. These two teams would have a rematch in 1943 with the Yankees getting revenge, and they won the 1943 World Series in 5 games. The last time these two teams met in the World Series was the Cardinals winning behind the legendary Bob Gibson. As far as this World Series is concerned, not that you care what I think, but I'll tell you, I feel like it should be an interesting series. It's the first time former division rivals meet in a World Series. The Astros used to be in the National League. They also become the first team to win a pennant in both leagues, which is kind of interesting. The Brewers are the only one that really have had that opportunity, but the closest they came was 2011. They got to the NLCS. They went to the World Series in 1982, losing to the Cardinals. I'm rooting for the Astros in this one, and they've got the bats to do it. The big question is if the Dodgers bullpen, their only real advantage in this series, that puts them over the top. But the Yankees had that advantage over the Astros, too, in the ALCS, and the Astros overcame that. So I'm going to pick the Astros in 6. So that's all for my vlog here. Little baseball sidetrack, but focusing on 1942, since that is the year that we are researching and discovering throughout 2017. 75 years ago, Cardinals beat the Yankees to win the World Series. They were the champions of 1942. In the meantime, tune in next Thursday, November the 2nd, for the start of our 43rd set of episodes. We're going to talk about the film Suburbicon. So that's coming up very soon. So in the meantime, enjoy the World Series. Of the No Name Cinema Society is adjourned.